Chapter 1. Awaken the Wealth Within. Awaken the part of you that has always known you were meant for more. You were not created for struggle, for lack, for financial stress, or for a life where money controls you. You were created with the power to build, grow, multiply, and manifest abundance. And today, in this moment, you begin a new journey, a journey toward financial freedom and unshakable prosperity. Wealth begins in the mind long before it appears in the bank. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner programming. And for most people, that programming is inherited, accidental, and often harmful. You learn beliefs about money from your family, your environment, and your experiences. Some helped you. Most limited you. But the moment you decide to rewrite these beliefs, your entire life can change. Money responds to clarity, action, and belief. Wealth responds to identity. You cannot earn beyond who you believe you are. You cannot rise above the financial thermostat set in your subconscious mind. But when you change the identity, when you become the type of person who attracts wealth, earns wealth, manages wealth, multiplies wealth, money begins to flow differently. Today, you begin that transformation. Today, you awaken the wealth within. Take a deep breath and settle into this journey. This audiobook will take you through powerful reprogramming, mindset shifts, wealth strategies, money truths, and real transformations that will rewrite the way you think, act, and feel about abundance forever. You will hear stories that illuminate what's possible, principles that unlock what's hidden, and strategies that give you the roadmap to financial freedom. But most importantly, you will shift your identity. You will align yourself with abundance. You will activate the part of you that already knows how to create wealth. Because wealth is not something you chase. It's something you align with. And the moment you align, the chase ends. The flow begins. Imagine for a moment the life you truly desire. Not the life you've settled for. Not the life that fear told you to accept. But the life your spirit has always whispered about. More freedom. More income. More peace. More choices. More time with the people you love. More power to create the things you dream about. Hold that image. Feel it. Let it sit in your chest. That life is not a fantasy. It is a possibility waiting for your permission. And this is your permission. You are stepping into a new level of existence. A new mindset. A new identity. A new financial reality. From this moment forward, you stop seeing money as something outside of you. And you begin to see it as something that flows through you. Something you can direct, multiply, and expand. Because wealth is a skill. Wealth is a mindset. Wealth is a system. Wealth is a decision. And wealth is your birthright. As you listen to this audiobook, you will begin to notice subtle shifts. Thoughts becoming clearer. Confidence rising. Fear loosening its grip. Ambition returning. Energy expanding. Possibilities opening. This is no accident. When the mind awakens to wealth, the world responds in ways that feel almost magical. You notice opportunities you once ignored. You meet people who accelerate your growth. You take actions you previously feared. You begin to demand more from life. You stop playing small. You stop settling. You stop doubting your potential. Your wealth grows in your mind before it grows in your reality. So let's begin with the most foundational truth. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not inferior. You are not destined to struggle. And your financial situation today has nothing to do with your financial future. The version of you who created your past is not the version of you who will create your abundance. You are evolving beyond your old patterns, old habits, old beliefs, old limitations. You are stepping into a higher expression of yourself. And that self is powerful, focused, abundant, disciplined, creative, and capable of extraordinary wealth. Now, let's talk about something few people ever understand. Money follows value, but value follows identity. If you see yourself as average, you will accept average opportunities. If you see yourself as capable, you will pursue capable goals. But if you see yourself as powerful, truly powerful, you will begin to move in ways that create extraordinary outcomes. Everything you want begins with who you believe you are. Inside you is a person who is disciplined with money, a person who takes action, A person who creates opportunities. A person who learns quickly. A person who adapts. A person who grows. A person who wins. A person who becomes rich not by accident, but by intention. Today, we awaken that person. As you listen, allow your mind to absorb new beliefs. You deserve wealth. You are capable of earning more. Money is not something to fear. Money is a tool you can master. Money expands when you focus on it. Money multiplies when you treat it with respect. You can build wealth no matter where you start. You can rise. You can change. You can transform. And you will. Let's move deeper. Right now, you may have financial pressures, bills, debts, responsibilities, fears. But listen carefully. You cannot build wealth from a place of panic. You build wealth from a place of power. Panic shuts down the creative mind. Power activates it. When you step into power, solutions appear. Ideas ignite. Plans become clear. And fear begins to dissolve. So we shift your internal state. Instead of fear, you choose focus. Instead of worry, you choose clarity. Instead of confusion, you choose purpose. Instead of avoidance, you choose responsibility. Instead of procrastination, you choose action. Action is the bridge between your current reality and your wealth. But action is impossible when your beliefs are in conflict. So we begin by removing the beliefs that hold you back. Beliefs like, I'm not good with money. Wealth is for lucky people. Money is hard to get. I started too late. The economy is too bad. I don't have enough opportunities. I'm afraid of failing. I don't know where to start. These beliefs feel real because you've repeated them. But repetition creates illusion. The more you repeat something, the more true it feels, even if it's not true. So today, we break the illusion. You are not limited by your past. You are not limited by your environment. You are not limited by your mistakes. You are limited only by the beliefs you choose to keep. And you are choosing new ones. Pause for a moment and let this sink in. Your new reality begins with a new identity. Your new identity creates new thoughts. New thoughts create new actions. New actions create new results. New results create new wealth. This is the path. This is the blueprint. This is the awakening. Now let's begin activating the mindset of someone who builds unshakable prosperity. Let's continue awakening the mindset of someone destined for unshakable prosperity. When a wealthy identity forms in your mind, your entire approach to life changes. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for the right time. You stop waiting for motivation. You begin to understand that wealth is created by the actions you take consistently, not the ones you think about occasionally. The wealthy version of you thinks differently. This version sees opportunities where others see obstacles. This version sees possibilities where others see problems. This version sees potential where others see limitations. This version is decisive. This version is disciplined. This version is resilient. This version takes ownership. To awaken this identity, you must align your thoughts, habits, and decisions with the future you want, not the past you've lived. Because your past does not define your destiny. Your past is only a reference, a lesson, a stepping stone, a memory, not a direction. You are shaping a new identity, and that identity is becoming stronger by the minute. As you listen, feel the shift within you. You are stepping into the mindset that builds wealth. You are stepping into the mindset that multiplies money. You are stepping into the mindset that creates a life of abundance. And here is the truth. Wealth starts in the invisible before it becomes visible. The thoughts you entertain become the habits you practice. The habits you practice become the results you create. The results you create become the life you live. This is why everything begins in your mind. So ask yourself right now, what kind of thoughts have I been feeding my future? Have I been feeding it fear, or feeding it faith? Feeding it doubt, or feeding it confidence? Feeding scarcity, or feeding abundance? Your future is shaped by the mental diet you consume daily. The person who tells themselves they can't won't. The person who tells themselves they can will. The mind always obeys the dominant belief. So you must choose your beliefs intentionally. Here is a belief that will change everything for you. I am capable of creating wealth. Say it silently. Repeat it mentally. Let it sink in. I am capable of creating wealth. Because you are. You always have been. Now here's another belief that elevates you even higher. I am worthy of abundance. Let the words echo within you. You are worthy of more income, worthy of better opportunities, worthy of financial freedom, worthy of a life where you are not controlled by bills or debt or stress. You were born worthy. Life may have convinced you otherwise. Experiences may have clouded your view, but your worth has never changed. And when you feel worthy, wealth begins to respond. Worthiness unlocks receiving. Worthiness breaks self-sabotage. Worthiness attracts opportunities. Worthiness raises your financial thermostat. Worthiness awakens the wealth within. Let me tell you something important. You don't need permission to be rich. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need a perfect background. You don't need to wait for the right moment. You don't need everything figured out. You just need the belief that you can grow, the courage to start, and the discipline to continue. Everything else reveals itself along the journey. Now let's go deeper into your internal environment. Your mind has two voices, the voice of expansion and the voice of limitation, the voice of abundance and the voice of fear, the voice of potential and the voice of doubt. Both voices exist in everyone. The difference between the wealthy and the struggling is which voice they choose to obey. The voice of limitation says, be careful. Don't try. Don't change. What if it fails? What if it doesn't work? What will people say? Just stay where you are. But the voice of abundance says, what if it works? What if this is your breakthrough? What if your future is brighter than your past? What if the next step changes everything? What if you rise higher than you ever imagined? The wealthy obey the voice of possibility. The struggling obey the voice of fear. Today, you choose the voice of possibility. Fear is not the enemy, inaction is. Doubt is not the enemy, paralysis is. Failure is not the enemy, avoidance is. You can feel fear and still take action. You can feel uncertainty and still move forward. You can feel unready and still begin. Action transforms fear into courage. Action transforms confusion into clarity. Action transforms doubt into confidence. And action transforms ideas into income. Every wealthy person you admire, every entrepreneur, investor, creator, innovator, built their success on action. Not perfect action. Not planned out action. Not fear-free action. Just action. Consistent, intentional action. This is where wealth begins. Not in the mind alone, but in the combination of mindset and motion. Thoughts aligned with movement. Beliefs aligned with behavior. Vision aligned with effort. And this is where your transformation becomes unstoppable. But before action can flow easily, your mind must be liberated from the beliefs that keep you stuck. Right now, we're dissolving those beliefs. We're breaking the mental patterns that have held you back for years. You are rewriting your internal blueprint, and your external world will eventually adjust to match it. Listen to this truth. Your circumstances are temporary. Your potential is permanent. Your bank account is temporary. Your mindset is permanent. Your struggles are temporary. Your identity is permanent. And starting today, you are choosing a wealthy identity. You are choosing a wealthy mindset. You are choosing wealthy habits. Because wealthy actions come from a wealthy mind. Let's create one more powerful shift. Wealth is not something far away from you. It is not something you get someday. It is something you move closer to every time you make a decision aligned with abundance. Every time you learn. Every time you take action. Every time you focus. Every time you save. Every time you invest. Every time you try. Every time you rise again. You are building wealth. You are closer than you think. And you are far more capable than you know. This is your awakening. This is your rise. This is the moment everything begins to shift in your favor. Your energy is changing. Your confidence is growing. Your vision is expanding. Your identity is strengthening. And your wealth is awakening. You are stepping into alignment. Alignment with abundance. Alignment with success. Alignment with opportunity. Alignment with a future that is brighter, richer, calmer, stronger, and more fulfilling than anything behind you. Let this truth settle deeply. Your life is about to change. Not by accident, not by luck, but by intention. This is the beginning of your financial transformation. There comes a time in every person's life when they recognize that the way they've been living is no longer enough. A moment when they feel a pull, gentle but undeniable, calling them toward a higher version of themselves. A life with more purpose, more stability, more prosperity, more freedom. You are in that moment right now. And the fact that you're listening to this is proof that you are ready for a new level of financial power. Let's go deeper. Wealth is not only about money. It's about becoming the kind of person who can attract money, handle money, multiply money, and keep money. That transformation begins inside you long before it reflects outside you. Imagine a seed. The seed contains everything the tree will ever become. Height, strength, branches, fruit. All of it is hidden inside the seed. But if the seed is never planted, nothing grows. If the seed is planted in weak soil, growth is limited. If the seed is planted in rich soil, growth becomes unstoppable. Your mind is the soil. Your beliefs are the environment. Your actions are the water. Your consistency is the sunlight. Your vision is the root. Your wealth is the tree. If you want a strong financial tree, you must create a strong internal environment. Because no matter how good the seed is, if the soil is wrong, it cannot grow. Your thoughts are the foundation. If you tell yourself, I can never be rich, your mind will agree. If you tell yourself, money is hard to make, your mind will find ways to make that true. If you tell yourself, people like me don't succeed, your mind will reinforce that belief. But when you tell yourself, I am capable of creating wealth, your mind begins searching for ways to prove it. When you say, I can learn any skill I need, your mind becomes open to growth. When you say, I deserve financial freedom, your mind begins removing the barriers blocking your progress. This is the power of internal alignment. Let me share a story with you. There was once a man who spent years struggling financially. No matter how many jobs he took, he never seemed to get ahead. One day, someone asked him a simple question. What do you believe about rich people? He didn't hesitate. He said, rich people are greedy. Rich people are selfish. Rich people take advantage of others. And then the person asked, with beliefs like that, why would your mind ever let you become rich? Why would your mind ever allow you to become something you secretly hate? That question changed everything for him. Because your mind cannot pursue what it resents. You cannot chase what you fear. You cannot become what you believe is wrong. If your mind associates wealth with greed, you will subconsciously avoid it. If your mind associates money with stress, you will self-sabotage when you start earning more. If your mind associates success with judgment, you will dim your light to make others comfortable. This is the hidden psychology of wealth. So ask yourself, what do I truly believe about money? What do I believe about wealth? What do I believe about people who are financially successful? If those beliefs are negative, your mind will block you, not because it wants to harm you, but because it wants to protect you. It thinks it is saving you from something bad. This is why you must rewire your beliefs. You must create new associations, new meanings, new definitions of wealth. Wealth is not greed. Wealth is choice. Wealth is freedom. Wealth is peace. Wealth is stability. Wealth is generosity. Wealth is impact. Wealth is security. Wealth is the ability to care for the people you love. Wealth is the power to live life on your own terms. Wealth is the expansion of your potential. Money in the hands of a good person becomes a tool for good. Money in the hands of a wise person becomes a tool for growth. Money in the hands of a generous person becomes a tool for impact. Money amplifies who you already are. If you're kind, money will make you kinder. If you're driven, money will increase your drive. If you're thoughtful, money will increase your ability to help others. This is why wealthy people with good hearts change the world. You are one of those people. Your wealth will amplify the best parts of you. Your wealth will elevate the lives of your family, your community, your future. Your wealth will create opportunities that didn't exist before. Your wealth will open doors that once seemed locked. Your wealth will give you room to breathe. room to dream, room to grow. So breathe deeply right now and feel yourself releasing every negative belief you've ever held about money. Release the guilt, release the shame, release the fear, release the doubt, release the old stories. They have served their purpose. They are no longer needed. You are stepping into a new narrative, a new identity, a new financial destiny. Repeat this silently. My relationship with money is transforming. My beliefs about wealth are expanding. I am becoming the type of person who attracts prosperity. I welcome abundance into my life. I awaken the wealth within me. Feel the truth of those words. Feel the alignment building. Feel the shift occurring within you. This is not just motivation. It is transformation. It is mental reprogramming. It is the rewriting of your financial identity. And now we move deeper. Because awakening the wealth within is not only about mindset. It's about the way you see yourself, the standards you set, the habits you commit to, the destiny you claim. And your new destiny is calling. Now, let's talk about habits, because identity without action is only theory. The wealthy are not lucky. The wealthy are not magical. The wealthy are not born with a special gene. They are disciplined, consistent, and intentional with their habits. Every small, repeated action compounds over time, creating massive results. If you want to awaken the wealth within, you must adopt wealth-aligned habits. Habits that honor your time. Habits that expand your knowledge. Habits that grow your income. Habits that strengthen your mindset. Habits that protect your energy. Habits that create momentum. Habits that make you unstoppable. Ask yourself right now, what are the habits I have that keep me small? What are the habits I have that drain me? What are the habits I have that protect me from growth? And then ask, which new habits will I adopt that make me wealthy? Which habits will multiply my income, my opportunities, my skills, and my confidence? Which habits will align me with abundance every day? The answer is simple, but implementation requires discipline. You must be willing to wake up every day and do the things that expand your future, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's inconvenient, even when fear or doubt tells you to quit. Consistency beats motivation every single time. Momentum is built by action, not inspiration. Let me share another truth. Your environment affects your habits. If you are surrounded by people who limit you, doubt you, or drain you, your wealth will be limited. If you are surrounded by people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you forward, your wealth will expand. Seek the company of those who elevate you. Seek the mentors who have walked the path. Seek the friends who make you believe more in yourself. Your network is your net worth. Now, let's focus on financial literacy, because mindset alone is not enough. Understanding money, investing it wisely, and using it strategically separates the wealthy from the average. You must know how money works, how it grows, and how to multiply it. Money is not an enemy. Money is a resource. Money is leverage. Money is opportunity. Start learning about money today. Start understanding income streams. Start understanding investments. Start understanding assets and liabilities. Start understanding how wealth is created in the real world. The sooner you learn, the faster you grow. The faster you grow, the sooner your life changes. But knowledge without action is wasted. So every principle you learn, every insight you gain, must be applied. You must take the first step immediately, even imperfectly, even hesitantly, even with fear. Action creates results. Results create momentum. Momentum creates wealth. Let's shift now to your relationship with risk. The wealthy understand that calculated risk is a requirement for growth. They do not gamble recklessly. They do not chase get-rich-quick schemes. They assess, plan, and execute. They understand that comfort zones kill progress. They embrace discomfort because it leads to growth. Every successful financial move begins with stepping slightly outside your comfort zone. If you never risk, you never rise. If you never risk, you never multiply. If you never risk, you never awaken the wealth within. Now imagine your life 5 years from now. If you adopt the habits, mindset, and strategies of the wealthy. If you embrace learning, action, and disciplined risk. What does that life look like? How do you feel? What opportunities are now open to you? Who are you now becoming? Hold that vision in your mind. Let it pull you forward. Let it motivate you. Let it inspire your daily actions. That vision is your blueprint. That vision is your compass. That vision is proof that your wealth is already within you. The final piece for this first chapter is emotional mastery. Your emotions determine your financial decisions. Fear leads to missed opportunities. Greed leads to bad decisions. Impatience leads to mistakes. Confidence leads to clarity. Patience leads to better outcomes. Discipline leads to wealth. You must master your emotions before you can master your money. This does not mean suppressing emotions. It means observing, understanding, and directing them. It means making decisions from a place of power, not panic. It means remaining calm, focused, and strategic even when the world is chaotic. When you combine mindset, habits, knowledge, action, risk, and emotional mastery, you create a formula for unstoppable wealth. That formula exists inside you right now. You already have the ability. You already have the potential. You already have the power. You are awakening it. You are stepping into it. You are becoming it. And from this point forward, every thought, every action, every decision can align with your financial freedom. Every moment is an opportunity to grow wealth. Every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your mind. Every obstacle is an opportunity to rise higher than before. Awaken the wealth within. Step into your power. Claim the life that is waiting for you. Build the wealth that is already within your reach. Live the prosperity you are capable of. This is just the beginning. You are on your path. You are on your journey. You are awakening the wealth within. As we conclude this first chapter, take a moment to reflect on what you've just begun. The journey toward financial freedom is not about luck. It's about awakening the version of yourself who is capable of creating it. It's about stepping into your power, your purpose, and your potential. You are no longer the person who doubts, fears, or hesitates. You are the person who believes, acts, and rises. You are the person who understands that wealth begins with mindset, but flourishes with action. You are the person who knows that habits, knowledge, and emotional mastery are the foundation of financial freedom. You are the person who embraces risk, seeks opportunity, and takes responsibility for their future. This first chapter has planted seeds. Seeds of belief. Seeds of possibility. Seeds of transformation. And as you continue listening, these seeds will grow, expand, and manifest in your life. Every affirmation you repeat, every principle you embrace, every action you take, brings you closer to unshakable prosperity. Every step you take strengthens the foundation of your wealth. Every moment you choose growth aligns you with the life you've been waiting for. Remember this truth. Wealth is not an external force. It is not something to be chased. It is something you awaken from within. It is something that already exists inside you. All you have to do is claim it, cultivate it, and act upon it. So breathe deeply right now. Feel the power building within you. Feel the confidence rising. Feel the clarity sharpening. Feel the alignment with abundance. This is not temporary. This is transformation. This is awakening. From this moment forward, your mind, your habits, your actions, and your decisions will reflect the wealthy identity you are creating. You are capable. You are deserving. You are unstoppable. And the journey has only just begun. Chapter 1 has laid the foundation, the mindset, the clarity, and the internal awakening. The next chapters will build upon this, diving deeper into practical strategies, wealth-building techniques, mindset hacks, and real-life principles that will guide you toward true financial freedom. You will learn how to multiply your income, manage money wisely, invest with confidence, and create a life where abundance flows naturally. But for now, simply absorb this. You are awake. You are aware. You are ready. You are aligned with the wealth that has always been within you. Awaken the wealth within. The blueprint is unfolding. Your prosperity is waiting. Your life is transforming. And so it begins. Welcome to Chapter 2. By now, your mind has begun to shift. You have begun to see yourself differently. You have begun to feel differently. You have begun to awaken the wealth that has always been inside of you. Now it's time to take it further. It's time to move from awareness to action, from belief to practice, from potential to results. Let's start with clarity of purpose. Wealth is not created randomly. It is not created by luck. It is created by design, by intentionality, by focus, by knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom mean to you? Is it security? Is it abundance? Is it time? Is it freedom to travel? Is it the ability to care for your family without worry? Is it the power to create opportunities for others? Whatever your definition is, write it in your mind. Visualize it clearly. See it in as much detail as possible. Feel the emotions of having it, because clarity of purpose fuels persistence, motivation, and action. Now that you have clarity, it's time to master your focus. Distraction is the enemy of wealth. Too many people chase multiple ideas, scattered goals, and instant gratification. The wealthy understand that focus compounds results. You must prioritize what moves the needle. You must direct your energy toward the activities that produce income, growth, and opportunity. Focus is like a magnifying glass. Point it at your goals. Point it at your actions. Point it at your learning. And watch small efforts grow into massive results over time. Let's talk about income streams, because one source of income is risky. The wealthy rarely rely on a single paycheck. They create multiple streams. Some earn through skill, some through investment, some through entrepreneurship, some through intellectual property. Think of income streams as rivers flowing into a reservoir. The bigger and more diverse your rivers, the fuller your reservoir. You cannot rely on one river. It may dry up. It may flood. You must cultivate multiple sources. And the earlier you start, the easier it becomes. Now, let's combine this with financial discipline. Wealth grows fastest in the hands of those who respect it. Saving, budgeting, investing, and strategic spending are essential. Do not wait for abundance to start managing your money. Manage it now. Control it now. Direct it now. Every naira, every dollar, every resource you have can be leveraged for growth. When you control money, money begins to work for you. When you do not control money, money works against you. Let's move deeper into investment mindset. Most people think investment is only for the wealthy. This is false. Investment is for anyone willing to learn, take calculated risks, and commit to growth. Stocks, real estate, business ventures, digital assets, or skills. Investing is not just money. It's time, effort, and energy aligned with future growth. The wealthy invest not only in money, but also in themselves. They invest in knowledge, skills, mentorship, networks, and habits. Every step toward growth compounds. Every effort invested today multiplies tomorrow. Now let's talk about resilience and setbacks. You will face obstacles. You will experience failures. You will encounter challenges that seem insurmountable. This is inevitable. What separates the wealthy from the average is not that they never fail, but that they recover faster, learn more, and keep moving forward. See every setback as a lesson. Every obstacle as a teacher. Every failure is feedback. The path to wealth is not a straight line. It is a process of adaptation, learning, and relentless pursuit. Next, let's focus on network and influence. Wealth is rarely created alone. The people you surround yourself with influence your growth. Seek mentors who have achieved what you desire. Seek peers who challenge and elevate you. Seek environments that inspire action, learning, and abundance. Influence multiplies results. A strong network opens doors, accelerates growth, and provides opportunities that money alone cannot buy. Finally, let's reinforce the power of persistence. Many people quit just before their breakthrough. The wealthy understand that the tipping point often comes after consistent effort. You may not see results immediately. You may not feel progress every day. But every action, every habit, every decision aligned with your wealth mindset brings you closer to success. Persistence is a force multiplier. Consistency is your secret weapon. Time is your ally. And belief is the fuel. As Chapter 2 continues, You will begin learning practical strategies, real-life examples, and actionable steps that show you exactly how to grow your wealth, manage your resources, and create unshakable financial freedom. Remember, this journey is not theoretical. It is active, ongoing, and cumulative. Every chapter you dedicate, every principle you internalize, every action you take compounds like interest in a bank account, growing, multiplying, and transforming your life. You are awakening the wealth within. And now, your mind is prepared to take the next steps with focus, strategy, and relentless action. Now that your mindset is aligned, it's time to take a closer look at money mastery. Money mastery is not about how much you earn. It's about how well you control, manage, multiply, and leverage what you already have. The wealthy focus on three areas: earning, saving, and investing. Earning. This is your income streams. You must be intentional about the value you provide. The more value you deliver, the more money you can earn. Think about your skills, your knowledge, your abilities. How can you leverage them to serve others? How can you create solutions that people are willing to pay for? Your earning potential grows when your service, product, or skill meets a real need in the market. Saving. Many people think saving is boring or restrictive. It's actually liberating. Saving creates options. It allows you to take calculated risks without fear. It allows you to invest without panic. It allows you to build a safety net that frees your mind to create. Set aside a portion of every income, no matter how small. Discipline today produces freedom tomorrow. Investing. This is the multiplier of wealth. Investing turns your money into more money. Whether it's stocks, real estate, businesses, or digital assets, your goal is to put your money to work for you. The earlier you start, the more time compounding has to create exponential growth. Learn, research, and take calculated risks. The wealthy understand. Money grows faster in action than in storage. Now let's talk about time leverage, because money alone is not enough. Time is your most valuable resource. The wealthy protect their time as fiercely as their money. They delegate, automate, and eliminate distractions. They focus on high-value activities that produce the greatest returns. Ask yourself, am I spending my time on things that grow my wealth, or on things that drain it? Time invested wisely compounds just like money. Your chapters, your days, your weeks, they are all assets to be leveraged. Next, let's address mindset obstacles. Fear, doubt, procrastination, and indecision are the silent killers of wealth. The wealthy do not ignore fear. They acknowledge it and act anyway. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They create them. They do not rely solely on motivation. They rely on discipline and structure. Every time you take action despite fear, you strengthen your financial muscle. Every time you move forward despite uncertainty, you expand your capability. Let's bring in real-life strategy. Successful people often use the 90-10 rule. Spend 90% of your energy on income-generating activities and 10% on learning. Some people reverse this, thinking endless learning is the key. Action always outweighs knowledge when knowledge is not applied. Learn fast, act faster. Apply what you learn immediately, even imperfectly. Results will refine your strategy over time. Now consider risk management. Wealth is created when you take risks intelligently, not recklessly, not blindly, but strategically. Analyze, calculate, and act decisively. Do not fear mistakes. Every mistake is feedback. Every setback is data. Every failure is a lesson that moves you closer to mastery. Another critical factor is network leverage. Wealth multiplies when you surround yourself with the right people. Mentors, peers, and partners accelerate your journey. They provide insights, connections, and accountability. Seek relationships that inspire growth. Avoid relationships that drain energy or diminish vision. Your network is a reflection of your potential. Finally, let's focus on the habit of daily action. Wealth is not a single event. It is the result of repeated, consistent action over time. Small, intentional steps every day compound into massive results. Consistency beats intensity. Momentum beats bursts of effort. Every chapter, every minute, every decision can move you closer to financial freedom. As Chapter 2 continues, you will begin to see how mindset, strategy, and action work together to create a life of abundance. You will learn how to build multiple streams of income, protect and multiply your wealth, and align your daily habits with your financial goals. You will gain clarity, focus, and the actionable steps that transform knowledge into real results. Remember, awakening the wealth within is not a one-time event. It is a continuous process. Every insight you gain, every principle you internalize, every step you take compounds over time, and every chapter you dedicate brings you closer to the life you've been waiting for. Now, let's explore the art of multiplying income. Wealth is not created by working harder. It is created by working smarter. It is created by identifying opportunities, leveraging resources, and scaling value. Think of your time, skills, and knowledge as capital. Every action you take can generate a return if it is applied strategically. The wealthy do not trade time for money exclusively. They trade value for multiple streams of income. They leverage skills into services. They leverage assets into passive income. They leverage knowledge into influence, authority, and opportunity. Ask yourself, what skills can I monetize today? What problems can I solve for others? What assets do I own that can create additional income? What opportunities have I been ignoring because they felt uncomfortable? The answer is simple. Take action. Identify one opportunity, pursue it, and expand it. One step leads to another. One effort compounds. One decision can change your financial trajectory. Let's talk about the mindset of abundance. Many people think wealth is finite. They believe there's only so much money in the world, so if someone else earns more, they must lose. This is false. Wealth is abundant. Opportunities are abundant. Your capacity to create value is unlimited. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you stop competing with fear. You start collaborating with opportunity. You begin to see growth everywhere. You begin to attract resources, connections, and momentum naturally. Now consider story-driven learning, because examples stick in the mind. There was a woman who struggled for years, working a 9-to-5 job. She dreamed of financial freedom, but debt, fear, and self-doubt held her back. One day, she decided to monetize a skill she had ignored for years: graphic design. She started with small freelance projects, learning every day, reinvesting her earnings into courses and tools. Within a year, she had multiple clients, a steady income, and the confidence to scale a design business. Her financial life transformed, not because luck found her, but because she acted, persisted, and leveraged what she already had. This is the blueprint for wealth. Discover your skill, provide value, persist, scale, and reinvest. Do this consistently, and small efforts multiply into massive results. Next, let's focus on financial resilience. Wealth is not just about earning. It's about surviving challenges, economic shifts, and unexpected events. The wealthy create buffers, savings, emergency funds, and investments that protect them. They diversify their income. They manage risk intelligently. You must prepare your finances for the unpredictable, because when the unexpected occurs, your preparation allows you to thrive, not just survive. Now, let's combine this with emotional intelligence. Your relationship with money is emotional. Fear, guilt, envy, and impatience can destroy financial progress. The wealthy master their emotions. They make decisions from clarity, not reaction. They celebrate small wins without becoming arrogant. They endure setbacks without despair. And they maintain a long-term perspective when short-term results fluctuate. Finally, let's integrate daily reflection and adaptation. Every day, ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me closer to wealth? What lessons did I learn? What opportunities did I seize? What risks did I take wisely? Reflection allows you to adjust, improve, and compound your results faster. The path to wealth is iterative, not perfect. Small adjustments over time create exponential growth. Chapter 2 is designed to shift you from mindset alone into practical mastery. You now have the foundation to earn, save, invest, multiply, and protect wealth. You now have the clarity to focus, persist, and leverage every resource. You now have the mindset to see opportunities, overcome fear, and act decisively. As you continue listening, Chapter 3 will take you even deeper, exploring strategies to create passive income, scale influence, and align every action with abundance. You will learn how to take the principles you've internalized and turn them into tangible results. You will learn how to build momentum that lasts a lifetime. Remember this truth: wealth is not a distant dream. It is a reality that is accessible the moment you align your mindset, habits, actions, and strategies. You are awakening it within yourself. And Chapter 2 is your guide to transforming knowledge into tangible, compounding results. As we conclude Chapter 2, it's time to integrate everything you've learned. You have built clarity. You have strengthened your mindset. You have begun mastering money, habits, focus, and persistence. You are no longer the person who waits for opportunities. You are now the person who creates them. Let's review the pillars of your financial transformation. 1. Mindset. Wealth begins in the mind. Your thoughts, beliefs, and identity shape your results. Align your mind with abundance. Challenge limiting beliefs. Step into the version of yourself capable of creating prosperity. 2. Action. Knowledge without action is wasted. Commit to consistent, intentional action every day. Small steps repeated become unstoppable momentum. Act even when you feel unready. 3. Habits. Wealth is a lifestyle. Adopt habits that increase your skills, income, and value. Protect your time, energy, and focus. Eliminate distractions that drain your potential. 4. Financial mastery. Understand earning, saving, and investing. Multiply income through multiple streams. Reinvest wisely. Protect your resources. Make money work for you. 5. Resilience. Challenges are inevitable. Wealth is built by those who endure setbacks, adapt, and persist. Treat failures as feedback. See obstacles as opportunities. Maintain a long-term perspective. 6. Network and influence. Surround yourself with people who elevate you. Seek mentors, collaborators, and peers who push you toward growth. Influence multiplies your results faster than effort alone. 7. Reflection and adaptation. Daily reflection allows you to learn, adjust, and improve. Every experience becomes a lesson. Every challenge a stepping stone. Compounding growth comes from small, intentional adjustments. You now have the blueprint. The foundation is set. You are aligned, prepared, and ready to move forward. As you move into Chapter 3, you will learn how to create passive income, scale influence, and apply these principles to build unshakable financial freedom. You will learn the step-by-step strategies to multiply your income, grow your assets, and protect your wealth. You will see real-life examples, actionable advice, and exercises to anchor these concepts into your life. Take a moment to absorb this. You are not waiting for wealth to find you. You are not hoping for opportunity to come your way. You are creating your future. You are building the life you deserve. You are awakening the wealth within. Every principle you've internalized, every strategy you will apply, every action you will take compounds over time. This is the power of consistency, focus, and alignment. Your wealth is no longer a distant dream. It is emerging within you now. And as you proceed, you will begin to see tangible results manifesting in your life. Breathe deeply. Feel the momentum building. Feel the clarity growing. Feel the power of your potential. You are aligned with abundance. You are moving toward financial freedom. And you are unstoppable. Chapter 2 complete. Welcome to Chapter 3. By now, your mindset is aligned. Your beliefs about money, success, and abundance are shifting. Your habits are becoming intentional. Your clarity is sharp, and your potential is beginning to feel limitless. Now it's time to turn that internal awakening into external results. This is where action meets strategy. This is where ideas become income. This is where your vision begins to manifest in reality. Let's start with passive income, the true multiplier of wealth. Most people trade time for money. They believe that working harder, longer, or faster is the path to freedom. This is a lie. True financial freedom comes when money works for you, even while you sleep. Passive income can take many forms. Rental properties that generate monthly cash flow. Investments in stocks, bonds, or index funds that grow over time. Digital assets such as courses, ebooks, or software that sell repeatedly. Business systems that function without your constant input. Every stream of passive income adds security, freedom, and leverage. Ask yourself, what resources, skills, or assets do I already have that could generate passive income? How can I start small today, even imperfectly, and scale over time? Remember, the journey to passive income begins with one small, intentional step. Next, let's discuss scaling influence. Wealth is not only about money. It is about power, impact, and authority. The more influence you have, the greater your ability to create opportunities and multiply income. Influence comes from expertise, visibility, and relationships. Share your knowledge. Provide value consistently. Build trust with your audience, clients, or network. The person who can influence people, markets, or communities can multiply their wealth faster than someone working alone. Think of influence like a lever. Small effort at the right place produces exponential results. Your network, your voice, your reputation, these are tools you can scale. Invest in them. Cultivate them. Protect them. Now, let's combine action with strategy. Knowledge is useless without application. You must act decisively, repeatedly, and intelligently. Every decision, every investment, every opportunity should align with your long-term financial goals. Ask yourself every day, does this action bring me closer to freedom? Does this decision multiply my value? Does this opportunity align with my purpose? If the answer is yes, act immediately. If the answer is no, release it. Time, energy, and focus are your most valuable assets. Protect them. Let's talk about the compounding effect. Wealth grows slowly at first. Small actions, repeated consistently, create momentum. Momentum grows into acceleration. Acceleration compounds into exponential results. The wealthy understand this. They know that patience, persistence, and consistency are more powerful than short bursts of effort or luck. Now, let's focus on strategic investing. Invest not only in money, but also in yourself. Skills, knowledge, and networks are the highest return investments you can make. Every course you take, every book you read, every mentor you consult compounds into greater opportunities. The wealthy invest both their time and money to create long-term results. Finally, let's reinforce financial resilience. Life is unpredictable. Markets fluctuate. Economies shift. Unexpected events happen. The wealthy survive and thrive because they prepare, diversify, and adapt. They maintain emergency funds, diversify income, and mitigate risks. They view setbacks as lessons, not failures. Chapter 3 will continue building on these strategies, showing you exactly how to create multiple streams of income, scale influence, and use your mindset to produce real financial results. Remember, the wealth you are awakening is no longer theoretical. It is actionable, scalable, and compounding every day. Every choice, every habit, every strategy you implement brings you closer to unshakable financial freedom. Let's take a closer look at real-world passive income strategies. Many people think passive income is complex or reserved for the wealthy. This is false. Passive income is available to anyone willing to take action, invest wisely, and scale over time. Here are some practical examples. 1. Digital products. Courses, ebooks, templates, and software are assets that sell repeatedly. You create once, and they continue generating income. Think about your skills, knowledge, or expertise. How can you package it in a way that helps others and earns you revenue consistently? 2. Real estate. Rental properties provide steady cash flow and depreciation over time. Even small properties can generate meaningful passive income. Start with what you can afford, learn the market, and scale gradually. Real estate multiplies wealth because it combines cash flow with asset growth. 3. Investments. Stocks, index funds, ETFs, and dividend-paying assets allow your money to grow passively. The key is consistency, research, and a long-term perspective. Compounding returns turn small, regular investments into substantial wealth over time. 4. Business systems. Entrepreneurship can create passive income if you design systems, automate processes, delegate tasks, and scale operations. A business that works without your constant presence multiplies wealth faster than a job ever can. 5. Intellectual property. Books, patents, music, or creative works generate royalties long after the work is created. Think of this as planting seeds that grow continuously. The effort up front creates ongoing income and influence. Now, let's connect passive income with mindset mastery. Many people fail to create passive income because of fear, doubt, or impatience. They worry about risk, failure, or starting too small. The wealthy act despite fear. They embrace calculated risks. They start small, iterate, and scale. Remember, perfection is not required to begin. Action is. Let's reinforce this with a story. There was a young man working a 9-to-5 job, barely making ends meet. He discovered freelancing online and started offering a skill he had been underestimating. At first, he earned a small amount. He invested in learning, improved his skills, and scaled his services. Within a year, he had multiple clients, recurring revenue, and enough income to start investing in digital products. His financial life transformed because he took one step at a time, learned, applied, and scaled. This is how passive income compounds, one intentional action followed by another. Next, let's discuss scaling influence for wealth creation. Influence is a multiplier. When you become an authority in your niche, people seek your advice, buy your products, and trust your recommendations. This opens doors for collaborations, partnerships, and new revenue streams. Every interaction, every connection, every piece of content you share builds influence. And influence creates leverage, the ultimate tool for multiplying wealth. Ask yourself, who can I help today? What value can I provide consistently? How can I expand my reach without trading my time for money? By answering these questions, you align mindset with action. You combine your personal growth with financial opportunity. You create a cycle where wealth attracts more wealth, knowledge attracts more knowledge, and influence multiplies results. Finally, let's emphasize discipline and consistency. Passive income and influence require patience. You must show up every day, refine your skills, and expand your reach. You must resist distractions, avoid shortcuts, and embrace the process. Consistency beats bursts of effort. Persistence beats fear and doubt. And small, repeated actions compound into extraordinary results. Chapter 3 continues building your blueprint. You now understand that financial freedom comes from action, leverage, mindset, and consistent execution. You are no longer dreaming about wealth. You are strategically creating it. As we conclude Chapter 3, it's time to integrate everything you've learned. You now understand that wealth is not just about earning more. It's about creating systems, multiplying income, leveraging influence, and aligning your mindset with action. Let's review the key principles from this chapter. 1. Passive income. Wealth grows when your money, skills, and assets work for you. Digital products, investments, real estate, business systems, and intellectual property allow you to generate income without trading time for money. Start small, iterate, and scale. 2. Scaling influence. Influence is the multiplier of wealth. Your expertise, network, and reputation allow you to attract opportunities, partnerships, and revenue. Invest in relationships, provide value consistently, and expand your reach strategically. 3. Action plus strategy. Knowledge alone does not create wealth. You must act decisively, apply what you learn, and iterate. Every step aligned with your financial goals compounds into long-term results. 4. Compounding effort. Small, repeated actions over time create unstoppable momentum. Patience and persistence are more powerful than bursts of effort or short-term luck. Every effort compounds, and over time, your results will accelerate exponentially. 5. Mindset alignment. Fear, doubt, and impatience are obstacles. Act despite fear. Embrace calculated risks. Believe in abundance and see opportunities where others see obstacles. Your wealth grows in direct proportion to your mindset. 6. Real-life application. The stories you've heard demonstrate that transformation comes from starting small, learning, applying, and scaling. Action plus learning plus consistency equals results. This is not theory. It is a proven blueprint. Now, take a moment to visualize your future. Your streams of income multiplying. Your influence expanding. Your assets growing. Your mindset aligned with abundance. Your life transforming in ways you once thought impossible. This vision is not distant. It is not unreachable. It is emerging right now within you. Chapter 3 has taken you from mindset and foundation into strategic action, income multiplication, and influence creation. Chapter 4 will go even deeper. You will learn advanced wealth-building strategies, investment mastery, and long-term financial alignment. You will see how to scale your results faster, protect your assets, and create unshakable prosperity. You will learn to turn your momentum into a life of financial freedom, impact, and legacy. Remember this: wealth is not an external prize. It is a reality you are awakening within yourself. It is created through mindset, strategy, and consistent action. It is built through focus, leverage, and resilience. And it is yours to claim. Chapter 3 complete. Welcome to Chapter 4. By now, you have built clarity, aligned your mindset, created intentional habits, and begun taking strategic action. You have started generating multiple streams of income and scaling your influence. Now it's time to take your wealth to the next level. Chapter 4 is about advanced strategies, investment mastery, and long-term alignment. It is about turning momentum into exponential growth. It is about creating financial security, freedom, and legacy. Let's start with strategic investing. Investing is not gambling. It is not speculation. It is the intentional allocation of resources to create long-term growth and income. There are 3 types of investments you must understand. 1. Income-generating assets. These are assets that provide cash flow. Examples include rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, and businesses that run without your constant input. These assets provide stability and recurring revenue. 2. Appreciating assets. These are assets that increase in value over time. Examples include real estate, equities, and intellectual property. Patience and foresight are critical. The goal is to acquire assets that grow faster than inflation and multiply wealth over time. 3. Knowledge and skill investments. Your mind is the ultimate asset. Courses, mentorship, networking, and continuous learning compound over time. Every skill acquired and applied increases your earning potential and influence. Next, let's discuss leveraging debt intelligently. Many people fear debt. The wealthy use debt strategically to multiply wealth. Good debt leverages opportunities, such as business expansion, real estate, or education. Bad debt drains resources, such as consumer loans or overspending. Learn to distinguish between the two. Use debt as a tool, not a burden. Now, let's focus on asset protection. Wealth can vanish quickly without protection. Insurance, legal structures, and diversification safeguard your assets. The wealthy understand that growth without protection is fragile. You must shield your wealth so it can compound uninterrupted. Let's bring in advanced income strategies. Consider leveraging systems to scale your business or investments. Automate processes. Delegate tasks. Use technology to reach wider audiences. Focus on high-value activities that generate exponential results. Combine this with tax efficiency. Taxes are inevitable, but smart planning preserves wealth. Understand incentives, deductions, and investment structures that minimize unnecessary taxes. The goal is to keep more of what you earn and reinvest it to compound growth. Now, let's address long-term financial alignment. Wealth is not just about money. It is about aligning your life, purpose, and values with abundance. Ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to lead? What legacy do I want to leave? Every decision, investment, and action should align with this vision. Next, let's discuss mentorship and learning from the wealthy. The fastest way to scale results is to learn from those who have already succeeded. Seek guidance, observe strategies, and replicate what works. Success leaves clues. Follow them. Finally, let's reinforce patience and compounding. Wealth is not instantaneous. It is built through consistent, strategic action over time. Time compounds skill, knowledge, influence, and money. Your daily efforts, repeated and scaled, become unstoppable momentum. Chapter 4 will continue with advanced strategies, real-life examples, and actionable principles to multiply income, protect assets, and secure long-term prosperity. Remember, wealth is created by those who act, learn, scale, and persist. Your blueprint is unfolding. You are awake, aligned, and ready to claim your financial freedom. Let's go deeper into scaling your wealth. By now, you understand the foundations: mindset, income streams, influence, and strategic investing. Chapter 4 is about amplifying those foundations into exponential growth. Start with leveraging systems. Systems multiply results. Whether it's a business, an investment portfolio, or a personal brand, a system allows your effort to reach beyond your immediate input. Automate processes. Delegate tasks. Use technology to manage operations. The wealthy focus on building systems that work while they sleep, travel, or focus on higher value activities. Next, focus on diversification. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different assets, industries, and income streams. Diversification reduces risk and creates stability. It allows you to endure market fluctuations, economic shifts, or unexpected challenges without losing momentum. Now let's discuss strategic partnerships. Wealth multiplies when you collaborate with others. Seek partnerships where combined resources, skills, or influence create more value than you could achieve alone. This could be business partnerships, joint ventures, or strategic investments. Remember, the right partners accelerate growth, while the wrong ones drain energy and resources. Consider advanced investment vehicles. Beyond basic stocks and real estate, explore options like dividend growth stocks for recurring income, REITs for real estate exposure without full ownership, index funds and ETFs for long-term compounding business ownership, or equity positions for exponential growth. Every investment must be intentional. Ask yourself, does this generate income? Does it appreciate over time? Does it align with my long-term vision? Next, let's emphasize tax efficiency and wealth protection. The wealthy minimize unnecessary taxes and shield assets legally. Tax planning, estate planning, and legal structures preserve wealth for generations. Your goal is to protect the capital you work hard to create, so it compounds uninterrupted. Now let's integrate financial discipline with lifestyle alignment. True wealth is not just numbers in a bank account. It is a life lived with freedom, purpose, and abundance. Align spending, saving, and investing with your long-term goals. Avoid lifestyle inflation that drains resources before they can grow. Wealth is preserved when discipline meets clarity of purpose. Finally, let's reinforce the power of compounding action. Time is your ally. Every skill you develop, every income stream you grow, every investment you make compounds over years. Small, consistent actions today create exponential results tomorrow. Patience, persistence, and strategic action create unshakable financial security. Chapter 4 will continue with real-life examples, practical steps for scaling assets, and strategies to create a lasting legacy. This chapter is designed to turn momentum into long-term financial alignment, security, and exponential growth. Remember, you are not chasing wealth. You are awakening it, scaling it, and protecting it. Your blueprint is clear. Your financial transformation is underway, and your future is being built with every deliberate decision you make today. As we conclude Chapter 4, it's time to integrate everything you've learned and prepare to enter the final stage of your financial transformation. You now understand that wealth is created and multiplied through 1. Strategic investing. You know how to allocate resources to income-generating assets, appreciating assets, and knowledge-based investments. You understand the importance of compounding and the long-term perspective. Your money now works for you, not the other way around. 2. Scaling systems. You are building systems that amplify your efforts. Automated processes, delegated tasks, and leverage technology allow your work to reach beyond your personal capacity. Your business, investments, and brand are now capable of growth independent of constant effort. 3. Diversification and risk management. Your wealth is protected through diversification, strategic partnerships, and legal structures. You can withstand market fluctuations, unexpected challenges, and economic shifts. Your foundation is strong, stable, and ready to grow exponentially. 4. Influence and networks. You understand the power of collaboration, mentorship, and strategic relationships. Your influence multiplies opportunities, resources, and revenue streams. You are no longer isolated in your wealth-building journey. You are connected, guided, and amplified. 5. Discipline and alignment. Your daily actions, financial decisions, and long-term strategies are aligned with your goals. You resist distractions, avoid unnecessary risks, and focus relentlessly on compounding your wealth. Discipline ensures that every effort contributes to lasting prosperity. 6. Compounding action. Every skill, every income stream, every investment is now part of a system of growth. Patience, persistence, and deliberate action compound results over time. Small steps, repeated consistently, become unstoppable momentum. Now, visualize your life 5 years from now. Multiple streams of income flowing consistently, assets growing steadily, influence expanding, financial security and freedom achieved. Your lifestyle, purpose, and legacy aligned with abundance. This is the reality you are building, not through luck, not through shortcuts, but through intentional action, mastery, and unwavering commitment to growth. As Chapter 5 begins, you will consolidate all the principles, master the art of unshakable prosperity, and create your personal blueprint for lifelong wealth. You will learn how to sustain momentum, multiply results, and leave a legacy that lasts generations. Take a deep breath. Feel the power of your transformation. You are awake. You are aligned. You are building wealth that cannot be shaken. And Chapter 5 will take you to the pinnacle of financial mastery and personal freedom. Chapter 4 complete.